Hey Tribe, hope everybody's doing okay. I've got a new one to share with you. This is from Luke 18, verse 1 through 8. It's the parable of the persistent widow. And it's about prayer. And the day 4 on this week's devotionals ask the question, how can prayer teach us to trust the Lord? And that's what this is about today. So I'm going to read a few verses from it, and I won't read the whole thing. But the story is that this woman keeps going to this judge, and Jesus told this parable. This judge was not a good man. He neither feared God nor respected God, and that this widow kept coming into the city and asking for him to give justice to the adversary. And so he kept refusing her, and he didn't answer her the way she wanted. But after a while, he said, I'm tired of her bothering me, so I'm gonna give her what she wants. And I don't think that's what God's gonna do for us. But what Jesus said, he said, hear what the unrighteous judge says. This is in verse 6. And the Lord said, hear what the unrighteous judge says. And will not God give justice to his elect who cry to him day and night? Will he delay long over them? I tell you, he will give justice to them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? So this woman kept coming to this man who was ungodly, and he gave her what she wanted. I think that's what the parable of the Lord is trying to say here is if we go to the Lord and persistently and consistently come to him in prayer, then he'll answer our prayers. And the question that we're going to answer today is, how can prayer teach us to trust the Lord? Well, one thing that I have learned over the years is the more you trust the Lord, the more you pray. And the more you pray, the more you trust the Lord. So they come hand in hand. When you trust Christ as your Savior, that's an act of faith. That prayer is an act of faith. And I know I've said on Wednesday nights when I've taught that that's an act of faith, to bow your head and to pray to someone that you can't see, that you can't hear. You're not bowing your head and praying to Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or any made-up character. So you believe you're talking to a real person, to a real being, and that's God the Father. And you're making your requests be made known. And the Bible says, let your requests be made known unto him. So you're letting him know that you've got issues, you've got a problem, you have a need, and you bring it to him, and he's always faithful and just. He is the just judge, and he will answer your prayers faithfully. And one of my favorite verses is that God will give you the desires of your heart, just to make your requests be made known unto him, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. And I don't believe that he gives you the desires of your heart, like if I desire this plant right here, doesn't mean poof, I'm going to get this plant. I believe that he gives you the desires that you have in your heart. He places those desires in your heart. So when God places the desire in your heart, like if you have the desire to help others, or the desire to get a better job and when you grow up, or the desire to obey your parents, I believe that those desires are placed in your heart. So the desires of your heart he's given to you. And if he gives you those desires, then he's going to fulfill those desires. He's going to answer those. And he'll give you the way to do it, and he'll give you the means to do it, and he'll give you the faith to do it. So that's why we got to stay strong in prayer, especially during this time with everything going on. Stay close to the Lord, and stay humble and searching for him to answer your prayers, and watchful for him to answer your prayers, and be able to share that with other people. So I hope everybody stays safe. Hope you're doing well, and can't wait to see you again. Not sure when that's going to happen, but we'll be eventually. Thanks. Bye.